Hi, welcome to Watcher DM. I'm Gabriel, and today I'm continuing my video of the Cairn Second Edition Warden's Guide. I'm going to try and do the points of interest on the map, the regional map, territory map that we created in the last session. I'm going to move this over here so I can see what I'm seeing while I'm seeing you. See you seeing me? And yeah, let's dive right in. So, what it says here is points of interest on the map are generally divided into the following categories: heart, which is the primary settlement in a region. It isn't necessarily the largest or most important place, but it should always be significant to the region's history and people. Settlements are permanent, largely self-sufficient population centers, typically governed by a political body or faction. Waypoints, a safe place to refill supplies, get a good night's sleep, or get directions. Curiosities, a wilderness locale of note, somewhere remarkable or strange. It may indeed be hazardous, but only if the PCs interact with it. Lairs, which are enemy encampments, hives, or sources of heightened monster activity. And dungeons, an explicitly dangerous locale, dungeon, or adventure site. So, drawing points of interest, it says roll 3 to 8 d6 dice on the map. Okay, so we're going to put an H somewhere here, and I think it says to put it near a body of water. We've got a couple bodies of water. So let's grab a brush. We got a little white pen here. We're going to make a new layer. And, yeah, gosh. You know, I think I remember this being like a crystalline kind of ravine. So I don't think I want it to be down here. I feel like maybe the settlement is like up here. This is the heart of the campaign right there. And then it says to roll. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Make it just a little bit bigger so I can read a little bit better. It says to roll 3 to 8 d6 dice on the map, collecting any dice that roll off the page and setting them aside. So we're going to roll, it says 3 to 8. So let's see, that's d6 plus 2. So we'll roll a d6 plus 2 just to, oh my gosh. So we're rolling 7 d6. Boom, boom. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How are we looking here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the page. And then we're going to kick it and get them rolled up again real quick. Should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on page. And there's 2 that have fallen off the table. So this one's off the table. And there's another one that's off the table, even farther. I wonder, should I drag this better on here? Yeah, maybe like this. Get on there. Alternately, I can make it so that it's not possible to roll off the table. Oh, you know what I should be doing, actually? You know why? You know why this isn't working? Now, I realize now why. The last time I did this, I had it set up so that it wasn't. There we go. That's actually what I want right there. I want it to just be just the right size. Okay, we're gonna redump this here so that I get everything on the table here. That seems good. Although now, of course, yeah, the X is kind of covering stuff up. So let's make this a little bit bigger here. There, I think that'll be better. Okay. So one did fall off the table. This one over here we'll call it off the table. The rest of these, though, so let's see here. We've got a curiosity, right? And then 4 up here, we've got a lair. And then 6 right here. That's a dungeon. Real close to the hometown. I like that. Real close to the heart. And 2, we got another curiosity here right on the side of the lake. We have another dungeon in the lake, which I love that. And then here we got another curiosity. So that's all kinds of interesting stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things over here. And then we only have one thing that kind of landed over here. So why don't we... Looks like it's a 6. So why don't we put a dungeon over in this corner as well. It's a little off your screen here. I think you can't see it because I'm taking up too much space. Maybe I can move my... Let's move myself. I don't know if that helps. I don't know what I'm doing. Who put this guy in charge? What a maroon. Okay. So cool. So we've got our little things here, which means I can now get rid of this. And I've got some sense of what's going on here. So note the face-up results on each die, then use the POI drop table to mark the type on the map, which I just did. For example, the die showing forward indicate a layer, denote by L. Roll any dice to fill out the page, map page, repeating the last step until none. Okay, so it's just saying keep rolling. Starting at the heart, number each locale or each POI on the map. It's saying look at figure 6. So that's this right here. This is H here. Huh. Also, I rolled no waypoints, which is kind of interesting, or settlements. So there's only one place, which is fine to me. Fine with me. Starting with heart, number each POI on the map. Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, Fig 6. Fig 6. I see. So okay, so we've created a new layer here. So this will be 1. And we'll make the dungeon 2 because it's the closest. Layer will be 3. This will be 4, 5, 6, 7. How do I have 8? Oh, because heart is free. There's 8 locations. Then I should be able to hide these for now. That gives us just the numbers. So that is stowed away. And then, yeah, let's see what the next step is. So roll on the relevant table for each POI, including the heart, usually a waypoint or settlement. Note the result for each in your notebook, Fig 6. Okay. So we have 8 locales. I think at this point we're going back to the notebook. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch. I'm going to switch phases here to this. And then we're going to go. I'm just going to try resetting this here for usability purposes. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. So I should be able to just reshove this over here, which is great. And we are going to blow this up. And we're taking a D20 for the settlement and the feature. So 2D20. So we got a 12 and a 7. So it's a keep famous for its artisans. And so here we're just going to say 1. It'll be heart. Move this out of the way. Keep known for its artisans. Oops. Keep is 12. Known for its artisans is 7. There's no apostrophe in possessive its. And that is our keep. 2. Turn this on over here so I can actually move this just to the left. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say 2. I'm going to say dungeon. 3 is a lair. 4 is a curiosity. 5, also a dungeon. 6 is a curiosity. 7 is also a curiosity. And 8 is a dungeon. Perfect. Okay. And just so I can see what we're seeing, I'm going to change this so that my dice group after rolls. That'll help. Okay. We're going to clear the dice. And we're going to go to the next table here. So we don't have any waypoints. We got curiosities. We'll deal with them later. We got a dungeon. Let's do a dungeon. 2d20 combined results. So, boom, boom. 15 to 15. The ruined city buried. Okay. Ruined city, which was 15. Buried, which is 2. Cool. Now let's go to the lair. And we'll just bump these. 14, 18. Primitive bridge. And a training camp. Interesting. Primitive bridge. 14. A training camp. 18. Oop. Alright, now we get into the curiosity chunks. This place has 3 dungeons, 1 lair, and a bunch of curiosities. I like that. It's a good combination. I'm actually going to shrink this down a little bit so we can see the whole table on one page. Roll again. 8 and 2 for curiosities. An echoing field. 8. An ancient trash heap. 2. Perfect. Back down to dungeons for a minute. Dungeon. Boom. 19 and 12. 19, this is a tower. 19 and 12 is isolated. Isolated tower, okay. And then back up to curiosities. Let's roll that. 6 and 10. So Crystal Spire, the Hidden Market. I like that. Crystal Spire, which is 6. Hidden Market, which is 10. Roll the next curiosity. It'll be 15 and 1. 15 is a Leviathan skeleton. 15. And oh, cool. Abandoned vessel. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, you could imagine like a gargantuan whale skeleton with like the bow of an ancient ship like shoved into its sternum, like they rammed it and they both kind of went down and the ocean has gone away and now it's just kind of like this shipwreck and this body, this ancient creature skeleton. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. All right, let's go down to our dungeon one more time. Last one. Boom. 1410. We got a prison. A fungal prison. Man. It's so good. So good. Fungal. All right. So we've got our topography here. I'll do one little thing here real quick, which is just to say, get this moved over. I'm gonna grab this here. I'm gonna copy it, and then over here, I'm gonna paste it. Oh, undo. Yeah, get rid of it. It's not wrong thing. Delete. You. How now, Bronco? There we go. Cool. So now we got our little map here. We can even grab this guy here, and I'll bring him up on the side, and that'll put the map and the thing kind of right by each other, so we can easily fill this out. So that's the plan. And now it says it wants us to generate some paths. Paths act as geographic connectors on the map, ranging from well-traveled roads and trails to rough wilderness routes. Paths should provide compelling choices between POIs where factors such as safety, speed, and travel difficulty must be weighed. Standard paths are obvious or well-trod routes between two POIs, represented by a thick line. Hidden paths do not appear on any known maps. Their discovery always requires some kind of cost, represented by a dashed line. Conditional paths may be blocked or require special tools. You know what? Starting with the heart, draw 1 to 4 paths. I feel like maybe we do the paths. Let's do the paths next video. Maybe. Yeah, so then there's like a putting it all together section. That's not really. I don't know. Let's do the paths now. We'll just do the paths now. Hell with it. I think we can do the paths though in one shot. I'll just switch back to art mode. Let's go back to art mode. And I'm gonna bonk that and stash the dice. So we don't need those for this part. And I'm going to get rid of that. And don't look at that. Yeah, you actually shouldn't be there at all. All right. Sorry about that. And yeah, so you can mostly ignore this other side over here. This is kind of I'd cut it off. But let's grab a new layer, and I'm going to make the paths yellow, some kind of yellow color. And so from heart, starting with heart, I want to draw a path, 1 to 4 paths between each location. Because there is theoretically a bridge out here, an ancient bridge, I think we're going to make... Thank you. I'm going to make this a visible path, like a straight path. And then this layer will be like on the way from out of town. You kind of go this way and deal with that. And then this will come down here. Now, I think the way that this was described... Get it here. Let's see. Draw paths. Create loops, branching paths, dead ends, and shortcuts between POIs. Some paths may be part of a chain and tied to a particular terrain, mountain passes, etc. Some paths are conditional, represented by a cross line. Okay. So I think I'm going to have this be like a known path to this lake over here, but it's conditional, right? You have to cross the river a couple of times to get up there. So I think that's fine. This will be hidden. This will be hidden, and then that'll be crossed. And then I kind of need like a middle location here, but I guess maybe not. Maybe this will just be a hidden location to there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we're good there. And maybe there is a hidden path to this other curiosity here. And then, yeah, I feel like maybe there's a crossable way there. And maybe there's even an automatic way to go between, yeah, let's see here. 6, okay, so 6 is the hidden spire, or the crystal spire with a hidden market. 7 is the, yeah, so I think from the hidden market, that makes sense. You can go from the crystal spire to the dungeon by way of the hidden market. I think that's pretty cool. You buy some passage to a hidden market. I dig that. Designate each path using the number of a POI and its connecting point. Indicate this in your notebook under the originating POI or in a separate section. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab this. Give me this. Copy this. Go over to Notion. Which, by the way, is the tool that I'm using for all this stuff is Notion. I'm going to replace the map I literally just put in here. Because, of course, I am. With this map. And then we'll switch over to this mode. We'll switch over to notebook mode again. Back over to D&D prep. And then that will allow us to relatively quickly, can go 1A gets a 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 7. And then 1, 2, 8, I think, are the paths. And then we go from 2. Now, I guess, let me see here. I guess you know, we're going to separate section. Decide whether a path represents a write the results in your book. Roll in the path features table. Okay, I see. What it's trying to do is get me to give these things weights. So I'm not worried then about the path between 2 and 1, because I've already done the path between 1 and 2, so it's fine. So from 3 to 7, otherwise 3 to 1 is a single path. 4 only goes to 5, which this is probably something I should change, right? It's like only having one path between a couple of locations makes it a little lame, but that's okay. You know, we're learning. And then we'll go, so 5 doesn't go anywhere. So 5 doesn't have any paths, which is my bad. That's a mistake on my part. I'll have to fix that. 6 goes to 7, and 6 goes to 8, and then 7 doesn't have any paths that don't point into it, and 8 also doesn't have any paths that don't point into it, so that's fine. And then here it says we designate each path. We decide whether a path is a road, a trail, or a wilderness route. So 1 to 2 is a wilderness. No, I think it's a trail. Right? And then 1 to 3 is a road. 1 to 7 is a wilderness route. Is that right? Wilderness route. Okay. And then 1 to 8 it's a road, but it's a crazy road. It's a road with broken bridges. The old road. The road to... Okay. So the road between the ruined city and the echoing field. Which I think the echoing field and the ancient trash heap, that's kind of cool. That's interesting that it's right by the lake, though. I wonder if the lake is like water on a midden. You know, it's just water on top of a giant landfill. It'd be kind of wild. All right, so 2 to 4, I think, is also going to be a trail then. And then 3 to 7 is, I think, also going to be an old road. Oh, maybe it's... No, it'll be a wilderness route. From 4 to 5, that's going to be a wilderness route for sure. From 6 to 7, that is going to be a trail. And from 6 to 8, it's going to be a road. But not the kind we're thinking of. Cool. So that kicks that off. And then we roll in the path features table for each one. So kick this up here. And we're going to bring this over here. Come on. And we'll go, I think it's 2d20. Snap. 18-8. Shriveled away. Frequent flash floods. Okay. Shriveled away. Secret. Flash. Frequent. Secret. I don't know what am I doing? You know who I am? Shriveled? Shriveled? Huh. I'm spelling it the way they're spelling it. Oh, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Okay. Road. Go again. 17-8. Shredded. Frequent flash floods. Okay. Fine. Again. Okay. Getting a little tired of the 8s here. Cattle prints, frequent flash floods. I guess this is just a flooded plain. 5 and 1. Constant patrols, bandit ambushes. Constant patrols, bandit ambushes. That makes sense. Down in this ravine. Go ahead and roll this up. 18-16 is shriveled away poisonous fruit. And this wilderness route here. 12-10, we get mile markers, heavy toll required. Between 4 and 5. We get 9-18. Follows the stars, steep climb. Kind of love that. That's some mythic bullshit right there. Should be pretty good. 6-9 is dead vegetation. Gets extremely cold. Dead vegetation gets extremely cold. Okay. And the last road that we're specking out is a 212 blood red night predators. Oh yeah. Blood red night predators from the market, from the hidden market to the dungeon. Blood red road night predators. Sounds amazing. We're going that way. Now let's see here. How do we determine determine the path distance between POI and note the duration on the map. On the map. Okay, so I need to put these on the map. The number of watches that it takes to travel. Oh, okay, hold on. So a short distance between POI takes 1 watch to travel, a medium distance takes 2 watches, and longer distance takes 3 watches. For trails, add 1 more watch. For wilderness routes, add 2. Okay, but it wants me to do this on the map. So let's do this on the map. Let's go back to art. Whoops. My sausage was showing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to show you my sausage. What have I done? This isn't how it's made. All right, also, I will just collapse that down so it's out of the way. Okay. Let's put our numbers for our distances on this map. So, draw. I've got a new layer. And we'll start, this is a 1, right? Oh gosh, do I have... Okay, so from 1, I've got all these notes up over here. 1 to 2 is shriveled with frequent flash flooding trail. So this will be 2 to travel. 1 to 3 is a road, and it's close. 1 to 7 is a wilderness route, and it's close, so we'll say that's a 3. From 3, well, I guess we'll go to 2 to 4 is a trail, and it's close, so it'll be 2. From 3 to 7 is relatively close, and it's a road, but we'll say it's a 2, because I think it's a little bit farther, and there's like a little thing in the way there. 4 to 5, I think, is a wilderness route, although it's relatively close. We're going to make it a 4. All right. And then, so now it's 4 to 5. Then we go 6 to 7 here. Wait a minute, 1 to 8. 1 to 8. I missed this. This is really long. So this is like going to be like a 5 or something. 5 watches plus, maybe even longer. Are you allowed to make them longer? I feel like. Does it say what the max is? And a long distance takes 3 watches. So it just says 3 watches is kind of the long. So I guess we'll go 3 because it's a road. Which I guess this one also then looks like a 3 because it is also a road. This is a trail, which is also probably a 3. Okay, that's fine. So that's the distances. And then for trails, blah, 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 roll path features, terrain difficulty. Where do we roll the terrain difficulty from? The result. Roll on the path features table, writing the results in your book. Terrain. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is just giving you guidance on how to add that stuff together. What would draw people to this region? What keeps them there? So this is asking for some writing about this place. And we're not going to do that on this session. I'll go ahead and I'll put that together and write it up for the actual thing that I put out. So I'll put out all this stuff in a public document you guys can get at. I will link those when it's done. Gosh, did I ruin this? I ruined the hell out of this. Get over here. And you get over here. Okay. There we go. We've got our little topography. We've got a little nerdy doodly map. I can update that with the newest. In fact, let me just paste that in here so we got the locations, the distances. And we've got a little bit of information about some of these locales. But, importantly, the couple of things we are missing, right, are some of these answers right here. What's going to draw an adventuring party in. And then, very importantly, what are our dungeons? We've got like 3 dungeons or 4 dungeons in this place. What are they? What are they about? Why would people come to these dungeons? Why go into the dangerous place? How are we going to develop these dungeons? So we're going to check that out in the next video. If you like these videos, I hope you'll hit the like button. If you would like to see more of them, you should hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when they get released every Sunday, you can hit the bell icon to be notified. If you want to get access to these early, you can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/watcherdm. It's over there. And sign up for any free, any paid tier, and you'll get my daily postings and ramblings, as well as access to my Discord. We're going to be kicking off a Shadowdark West Marches campaign. If that is any interest in you, come check it out. It's going to be fun. I'm going to run some. I'm going to have some other people run some. We're going to do a lot of playing old school modules using the Shadowdark engine. So should be pretty exciting. Also, keep an eye out for lots of things coming out. We've got a Gloam adventure that I'm working on for a game jam. I've got a couple other game jams I'm involved in. Vaults of Varn Summer Jam is up. We're going to have... God, there's another one I just signed up for today. I'm trying to remember what it is. You know what? I'm going to go talking head mode. That's all I've got. Just come check it out. If you like RPG stuff, come check out the RPG stuff. I make RPG stuff. We'll do it together. All right. I'll see you guys soon.